Welcome back to the Arizona Daily Mix. May is National Foster Care Month, and Sade is back from Free Foster, which is a great way for foster kids or anybody to get books for free that you do. And this month's book is called From Foster Care to a Millionaire.
Yes.
So, how are you doing, Sade?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Doing good. Let's remind people about what Free Foster is all about.
Yes. So Free Foster Care Books is a nonprofit organization that provides free books and resources to any member of the foster care community. Doesn't necessarily have to be a foster kid. It could be a foster parent. It could be a biological parent, caseworkers, social workers, anyone that interacts within the foster care system. That's who our materials are for.
And this is important to you because you were a foster child.
Yes, yes. I grew up in the Michigan foster care system. I spent 7 years in the system, aged out when I was 18, told myself I would never look back, and a whole bunch of years later, I am in the work, doing good work for people who experience the foster care system, so it's a good thing.
You know, and I said I was going to put you on the spot with this, and I do have to ask, what drives you as a foster child? Because I'm seeing more success stories from foster kids. Is it just where you don't want anyone else to end up where you were, or is it driving you that you want to make sure you have a great family too?
That's a wonderful question. I think for me, that answer has evolved over the years. So I wanted to be successful myself. I wanted to be that person that beat the odds. And then as I got older and I became a mom, I also wanted to be able to let my son have something to be proud of, and also show people that people who experience the foster care system, we aren't the typical stereotypes that you see on TV. You see a lot of negative stereotypes that I won't necessarily get into, but people who experience foster care can become doctors and lawyers and just successful people and millionaires based off the book that we are focused on giving away this month. So I think that's a part of my drive. It's to show people that there can be goodness that comes out of bad circumstances, but it's also to be a really good example for my little guy who's looking up to me.
Yeah, I love that you just said that, because we do hear the negative stories about foster care children slipping through the cracks or something happened to them. But as you are a witness and talking to you every time, the biggest part that a foster child wants is just to be heard and someone to just love them.
Absolutely. So here's the thing. I talk about my son a lot, but sometimes my son just wants a hug, right? He just wants to know that he's safe. And that's not too different from what every child, specifically foster kids, want as well. They want people to listen to them. They want people to be able to take care of them, to let them know that they are loved and honored and safe within the home environment that they're in. And that's not too different from what most average kids want.
Yeah. And what's interesting here with these foster care books is that you're trying to get them into other foster care homes. And the one reason is because, you know, foster kids do move around and they'll move to other foster families. But if they have all the same kind of books and the same kind of stuff there, that kid feels almost at home again very quickly.
So I appreciate that point. One thing that I would like to point out is that when I was growing up in foster kid, I had no positive images of a successful person who had been through the system. And if I would have been able to read From Foster Care to Millionaire by Rhonda Shortino, I feel like I would have been empowered to even get on my journey to become successful even quicker. And so I think ultimately, foster kids have the ability to hold on to some of these materials and hopefully take them to wherever they go in their next placement. That's what I'm hoping for. But even if they don't, for a moment in time, if they can get a glimpse of someone who has been through something similar that they've gone through and still come out on top, I think even for that moment in time, that still works. It still stays with them, and they'll remember that for a lifetime.
Yeah. All right. The book is From Foster Care to Millionaire. You touched upon it, where, of course, this young lady was in foster care.
Yes.
And now she's a millionaire. And you're very excited about this. You're very proud of this book, aren't you?
I really am. Here's the reason why. Rhonda Shortino is a wonderful example of what it means to go through the foster care system, have a hard knock life kind of story, but still come out on top. I think within the news media, you watch the news just like I do, you see so many negative stories surrounding members of the foster care community. And I think Rhonda Shortino is just a wonderful example of what it means to be a success. Plus, she's an author, she's a motivational speaker, and she is just absolutely wonderful. And so it's a pleasure to be able to provide her book as a resource to anybody who's experienced the foster care system, because again, I think we need more visible examples of what it means to be successful after you've gone through the foster care system.
Yeah. So this book is available now, but let me ask you about past books. I sometimes get an email from some people going, you know, I saw Sade last month and I saw a book I was really trying to find or trying to, do you still have those available on your website?
So, you know what, I get those calls as well. We are in the process of restocking Dr. John DeGarmo's The Little Book of Foster Care Wisdom, because that's been like a really, it's been an attention grabber, and a lot of people want that book. And so we're in the process of restocking. We'll probably have some back in stock in about 2 weeks to be able to give out that book as well.
So I like, okay, Sade, I want to ask you seriously, you're doing this and you're giving out these books for free. How can we help you? You're helping others, but every time you come on here, I don't think you've ever said, hey, I need help raising the money or whatever. What can the public do for you? What can the community do for you to help you raise money?
I appreciate that. So two things. If anybody really enjoys this awesome t-shirt that I'm wearing, Foster Care Ally, you can go to freefostercarebooks.org and purchase a t-shirt that helps to fund the work that we do at Free Foster Care Books. But also we ask the community for a small donation of $8, either a one-time donation or an $8 monthly donation to help fund the work that we do. $8 is typically the amount that it would cost to purchase, ship, and send one book to a member of the foster care community. So those are the things that we're asking for. Right. Not very much, but every little bit counts.
It helps. Okay, set the book down so we can see the shirt really quick so they see it's Foster Care Ally right there. So, and tell them the website that they go to.
www.freefostercarebooks.org.
Perfect, there it is. All right, the book is available. Please go pick it up and help support our foster care program that we have.